talk about all of my garbage here. Hey everyone, it's Talia here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. If you are new to my channel, I have been a professional nail tech for over 11 years. Currently, I film content for YouTube showcasing nail art and nail products to help you guys decide what will work best in your nail studio. Today, I have for you a really exciting video. So if you guys have been here for a while, then you know that I used to regularly do empties videos, and I would show you all the products that I've used up in the last little bit. And when I was working full-time on clients years ago, I post these videos more regularly when I was going through products a lot quicker. Now, the last time I filmed an empties video was right before we moved into this house, which is coming on 3 years now. So about 2.5 years ago is when I did my last empties video, and I have been gathering stuff that I have gone through in the last 2.5 years to feature. Now, this is not absolutely everything that I've gone through. I didn't save like all of the packagings of like my LE wipes or all of the packagings of my clear bases or 2.5s or anything from Fusion. I just saved some of them for this video, but let's go through this all. Let's talk about all of my garbage here. I really just want to clear out my empties drawer and get rid of this stuff because truthfully, I'm not entirely sure if I will be doing any more empties videos. Now that I'm not working on clients and I'm mostly creating content for YouTube, I'm just not going through as many products, so I just don't know if I will be doing many more empties videos. So this might be the last one. Either way, it's probably the biggest one. So let's jump in and get started here. Let's start with gels. If you guys have been here for a while, these are gonna come as no surprise to you. I use on my clients, I need a cloth on my lap because these are all covered in gel. And just having a cloth in your lap that you can rub your hands on will get rid of that gel and that sticky, if you guys don't know. I use the Fusion baseline on my clients, or on human hands, on people. I love the Fusion baseline. There's many reasons that I love it. I've tried many of the different lines on the market and I keep going back to Fusion, and now that I found something that just works, I just stick with it. I likely won't use anything else. So what I like about the Fusion line, first and foremost, it's easy. It's easy to use. There's a few different steps. You can manipulate it depending on like what your clients need from the different gel products, but for the most part, it's really straightforward, really easy. There's not a ton of different gels that you need to decide what works best. There's only a handful of them, which I really appreciate about it. And also, once I switched over to the Fusion brand, I had far less lifting than I did with any of the other brands that I have tried. So Fusion is my brand for my base products. So the first thing that I went through is my Fusion Clear Base. Love Clear Base. It is just your base layer that you put before you go in with your color gel if you're going to embed, or before you go in with your clear gels if you're not going to embed and you're going to do color on top. It is great. It's really easy to use. It's a nice thin consistency. I don't even know like what's left in here. Oh, there is some in here. I should probably scoop that out and use all that because there's actually quite a bit in here. Okay, well, I might as well dip my brush in here. I didn't realize there was that much in there. Bad Talia. Here, you could easily get like a lot more use out of this. Oh goodness, Talia. But it's really, really thin viscosity. It paints on really, really nice. I just love Fusion products so much, and especially, and the clear base. Now, when I was getting my nails done by Ivory, she uses pink base, which I have tried as well, and I equally love. It's just got a little bit of a pink tinge to it. So it's really nice if you're gonna do like a glitter fade or something where you're gonna see kind of the natural nails. Yeah, anyway, went through sort of a clear base. Okay, let's talk about their gels. I want to say I have a 5 in here too, probably. Yeah, here we go. I like all of these for different purposes. My favorite and go-to is SL Clear, but we'll talk about that. So 5 is a more flexible gel, but it is thicker. So if you wanted to do multiple nails at once, or let's say you lived in a really hot environment, 5 would probably be something that you would gravitate towards. Or if you have clients that, let's say their hands are in water a lot of the time, they're hairdressers, they're house cleaners, anything like that, 5 is what you're gonna want because it's a more flexible gel. It kind of flexes to their nails and whatever they're doing. 2.5 is a very rigid gel, which means that it is pretty stiff on the nails, so once you kind of apply it, it's not gonna have that flexibility. It is a very thin viscosity, so it's fairly runny, which is my preferred consistency for a gel product. And then SL Clear is the best of both worlds. It is a flexible gel, but it has a very similar consistency to 2.5. I would say it's a little bit thicker than 2.5, but very easy to work with. So I actually keep 5 in my collection for my house cleaner because well, when I was doing her nails, it just held up so well for her. The thickness of it was great because she keeps her nails really short, so I could do more than one nail at once when I was applying the gel to her nails. And then everybody else I use SL Clear on. I was using 2.5 but switched everybody to SL Clear. So hopefully that goes through all of the different gel products that you can get from Fusion as well. It is just a fantastic line. I absolutely love it, and these are just some of the ones that I've gone through. I can't even tell you guys how many of these I've gone through in the last 2.5 years because I didn't keep track. I'm just randomly gonna grab things here. OPI Avo Juice was my go-to lotion that I was using before I brought in the hemps that I now carry. I love the OPI Avo Juice thing. They're just really sentimental for me, in all honesty. Oh, this one just reminds me of my last house, actually, because I'm pretty sure I was using it there. But they have this one scent, and it is like mango something, and it reminds me of working out of the house in my nail studio, like my glitter studio when I was pregnant with Rose. They're just such a nice fragrant scent. The consistency of them is really, really thin. Like, they're not a thick lotion, so I found them great for using in the nail studio because you would just put it on your clients. Their hands aren't going to be sticky or wet or anything when they need to open the doors to leave. It's a really great lotion. It doesn't have the moisture factor though. It's not as moisturizing as a lot of other lotions out there, but fantastic smell. I do really like these. I'm pretty sure. Elcian Super Shine Finish Cleaner. I always have one of these in an empty video, if not multiple of them. Love this stuff. Love, love, love this stuff. I have tried the Fusion, whatever their version of this is too. I don't like it as much as this. The main reason that I don't, and it's kind of superficial, is because of the smell. This stuff just smells so good. It smells like, actually this kind of stinks because it's been sitting in here for a while, but my other one that doesn't, I'm almost out of this one too, actually. Oh, it just smells so good. It smells like cherry. What I use this for is after I've done my nail service, I've applied my cuticle oil, I've applied my lotion, I go in with my Super Shine Finish Cleaner on one of these wipes. You want like a thick wipe for applying it. Okay, so I put a little bit on my little cotton round here, and then I just go in and I squeak up the nails. It's gonna remove any of those oils that you put on the nail with your lotion and your cuticle oil, but it's also gonna make your nails really, really shiny. Then I flip it over, really, really polish up those nails. And I have a little chip in here, sorry. But even like now that I've been wearing these nails for a numerous amount of weeks, it just brings back that shine. It makes your nails feel really good. The only thing is if you leave a lot of this on here, you can kind of see here, it looks like really, really oily. Like you can see the oil kind of resting on there, which is why even taking sometimes just a fresh wipe that doesn't have anything on it and going back in and squeaking it up again will take any of that oils out. And you want to make sure that you have it nice and polished up, but you've removed a lot of the oils before you take pictures, or else it will show up that kind of like oily look on the nails in your pictures. But I absolutely love this stuff. I did like the Fusion one. It is a great option as well. I think it's actually quite a bit cheaper than the LCN one too, if I remember correctly. Personally, don't love the smell as much as this one, and I find this one makes your nails just a little bit shinier. But I've been using this since I started. LCN Super Shine Finish Cleaner. If you watch my nail ride or die must-have products, I was watching it the other day, and I think it's like 3 years old now, but a lot of those products are still relevant, and this is one of the ones that I talked about in it. It's an oldie, it's a goodie, it's a favorite. I'll never be without this product. It is just an amazing product. Right before I'm going to film like a product shot with those, I'll use it on my fake hand as well. Okay, I think this is in here because I was getting rid of these plastic containers. I just use these plastic containers for alcohol. I think I just got these at the dollar store, but I switched over to these glass containers, and I like these significantly more. These plastic ones just got really kind of gunked up, so I didn't want to be using them anymore. I switched over to these glass ones, and they don't get gunked up. They last a lot better, and I'm really, really happy with these ones that I found on Amazon. So I think that's why I had it in the empties. I honestly just am not too sure why it was in the empties. Next thing, I have this like little spray bottle of my Light Elegance nail cleanser and dehydrator. This actually worked really well, being in a little spray bottle like this for just spraying on the nails and then cleaning everything up, wiping it down. It did work really well in here. I prefer the Fusion Watermelon Base Prep, Fusion Watermelon Cleanser to the Light Elegance one. Again, I think purely just based on the smell. Both are great products, both are great options, but I had this little spray bottle in here. I actually don't think I'm gonna get rid of this. I think I'm gonna put this in my travel bag, even though I'm not going anywhere, but I think it'll be good for my travel bag. A cuticle oil that I went through quite a bit of, and I was a huge fan of this cuticle oil. This is the Young Nails Rose Oil. I love this. Personally, I love how this smells. It is just a really fragrant floral cuticle oil. I love that it is like a nice kind of, I have some in here too. You can see that it's a really nice kind of clear oil too. Very nourishing, has a great smell. Love the little packaging on it. I love that it came with like a little dropper too, because I just felt like that was a little bit more sanitary for my clients. But you can see that I went through 2 of them because I really enjoyed using that particular cuticle oil. I went through 3 of them. That's how much I love that cuticle oil. Let's talk about these 2 steps. We have these cuticle nippers. So I believe these are from, I want to say these are from Coco and Claire, but I use these for removing Swarovski crystals on nails, and you can see they're really just kind of messed up there. That's what happens when you use them to remove Swarovski crystals, is that they do get really damaged and you have to be careful with that. So these felt really good in the hands. Usually what happens, I will use cuticle nippers for clientele, and when they start to get dull, that's when they kind of become Swarovski crystal nipper offers. And that's exactly what happened with these particular ones here. But these work really well. They fit in the hands really nicely. Really easy to snip Swarovski crystals off with. These little stork scissors are fantastic for so many different nail art purposes. Cutting striping tape, cutting nail decals, cutting forms, anything. These are really well used and really well loved. You can even see that they're kind of starting to like warp on the side there, so that's why they are in. I really like the Ugly Duckling Blinger tool. The only reason it's kind of like in my empties is just because it's like really worn down. Like it's worn down here. The end is really worn down. This little nub, I believe you can get replacement little nubs for them, but again, it's really worn down. It's just been really well used and loved. I think this is like 6 years old, so I did replace it. Same thing with these nail clippers, and these I was using it to remove Swarovski crystals. They're too dull. I can't really get in to get the crystals out anymore, so they are in my empties. This is a Nail Innovations dehydrator brush. I was using this for the longest time. I still use the Nail Innovations dehydrator, actually. It's one of my favorite dehydrators. But the brush just wasn't working with how like fanned out it was. It was just really well used and loved. Crystal Kubaton. If you've watched my how to apply Swarovski crystals video, you've seen this in there. I don't love this thing. I hate how like big the head is. You could probably mold it down a little bit so that it would be a little bit more pointed, but it's just kind of a flimsy tool. Not a big fan of it. I used it for years though. Like I really did like it, and I liked how kind of small it was and how light it was, but I much prefer crystal tools that are double-ended versus this, because I feel like then I have to have another tool sitting beside me anyway. So I'm not a big fan of this crystal. Not a big fan of this tool. If you were using really big crystals for say artwork or beadwork or anything like that, it might be a good option, but for nails, wasn't a huge fan. As I'm editing this video back, I did want to touch on something because I know I'm going to get comments about it. So if I can recycle something that I've shown you guys in this video, then I 100% do. But not only that, if I can repurpose something that is shown in this video, I have done that as well. So I do a lot of crafts and activities and projects and stuff with my little girls, and a lot of these different items I can repurpose for those type of needs, such as like the dotting tool and the crystal tool. So just because you guys are seeing some of these products in an empties video because I'm not using them in the nail studio anymore does not mean that I have not done my best to repurpose them throughout the house. I'm also going to leave a link in the description box below of a new business venture as well that one of my nail friends has started, and it is a salon recycling program. And if they are in your area, then it might be something to look into to be able to utilize that service. So I definitely wanted to mention that as well, just in case you were looking for a similar type of service. Light Elegance Oval number 4 brush, one of my hands down favorite brushes ever for applying your gel products. I love this for using with hard gels so much. only thing is, and this has nothing to do with Light Elegance, this is me, I use alcohol to remove the gel from my brushes, which I know is not the way that you're supposed to do it. It does damage your brushes, which you can see up here. I just find, especially for swatching, I need to get all of the product out of my brushes really, really fast. So alcohol takes the color out really easily, really quickly, but it does damage your brush. And a lot of people use like clear gel to remove their colored gels from their brushes, which to me, I don't want to use my clear gel like that. And like, I just feel like that's kind of an expensive way to clean your brushes. But also I find it doesn't get all of the product out, or as well as using alcohol, but it will damage your brush. So if you are going to use alcohol, just know you're going to be replacing your brushes more often, which is exactly what happens for me. This is the Selena Ride and Swirly brush. It came out in her collaboration set. I love this for applying top gloss to surround Swarovski crystals. I left this out and it cured. That's the only reason that I'm getting rid of it, is because the brush head just is not working anymore. But it's one of my top brushes. I do have a top favorite brushes video up. Talk about it in that video. It is a great brush, and I'm glad you can get these individually now. Ugly Duckling Detailer number 2 brush, another one of my favorite brushes on the market for doing hand painting and nail art. The exact same thing happened with this. I either had it way too close to my gel lamps, or had my window open and the brush was not, didn't have the cover on it, and it cured. So once your brushes cure, there's really nothing that you can do with it. So you do want to make sure that you are taking care of your brushes in that sense, or you'll be like me. Let's talk about crystal glues. So I have in here, I know I've gone through a couple other ones too, but my Light Elegance nail glues, these work great for Swarovski crystals too. Lately I've been using the Beamy resin, the new one. Where is it? This one. The Beamy Bling On resin. I really like this because it dries super quickly. The Light Elegance brush on nail glue does not dry as fast. It holds really well. It's a great option for doing Swarovski crystals if you use the same type of technique that I do. I do really like this. Both of these, they probably still have product in, but the lids are glued shut, so I can't even open them anymore to get that product out. But this is a great option for Swarovski crystal glue as well. Fusion Inscription is my favorite primer though. Ever since I switched over to using the Fusion line, I use Inscription and it works really well. It does need to be cured, but it's a great base step. I really like it as well. Okay, this is really kind of like old packaging, but this is the Ugly Duckling base and top gel polish product. I really like this stuff. This is old. Like, I want to say this was like one of their first ones that they ever kind of released, like super old packaging, everything. But if you're looking for a really good base and top combo product, I hope they still have this. This is a really great option as well. It just adds zero strength to your nails. So for me personally, if I'm wearing gel polish, I need like a builder in a bottle type of base to it, because I need something with a little bit more strength. So this is great if you have clients that have really strong, hard, natural nails. For me personally, I need something with some more strength, so I would use this in combination with like a builder in a bottle if I was to use this now. Next is my Wildflowers metallic top coat. Love my Wildflowers metallic top coat, especially for nail art, especially for chrome. It is so easy to use if you're going to use it in combination with chrome. I have a video up showing you how to have long-lasting chrome. It's like a tricky nail art video, and in there I talk about how much I love this for combination with chrome. And I know I've gone through more than one of these, but I just have one in my box here. And then my Ugly Duckling no wipe top coat. Again, this is really old packaging, but this is a fantastic top coat as well. The longevity of this, super shiny, all great. My only thing is it does not seal over stamping, as well as the Magic Gel one that I'm currently using and loving, but it is a really great no wipe top coat as well. I wanted to clarify, it seals over stamping perfectly fine, but it does pit like a lot of other tack-free top coats that I have used. So if you are going to use the Ugly Duckling tack-free top coat over your stamping, you'll likely just have to do 2 coats. I did go through some stamping polishes here, so let's talk about these. Mostly, I went through white. 3 white stamping polishes. If you're gonna go through any stamping polishes, it's gonna be your black and your white. Those are your most used for outlines and such, and that's exactly what happened with the white here. I went through 3 of them. I prefer to get the big bottles if you're gonna get black or white, because you go through them so much. I also did, I'm just surprised about this, I feel like I might have thrown more of these out, but I only went through 1 black which I use black all the time as well. Okay, two other ones. These are my Sally Hansen Insta Dries. I don't really use these much anymore. So when it comes to stamping, you want something that is highly pigmented and dries quickly. Sally Hansen Insta Dry, some of the polishes are both of those. They dry really quick and they're highly pigmented, but it's not consistent through the entire lineup of Insta Dry polishes. So some of them work really well and some of them don't, and I don't like that inconsistency, whereas with Clear Jelly, like all of the polishes work really well. I think there's like one or two that are not as pigmented as I would like, but they're designed for stamping. They're designed to be highly pigmented, dry really quickly, and that is why I decided to go with Clear Jelly, truthfully. But there were a couple ones that I did use from Sally Hansen Insta Dry. I'm not even gonna open this. This one is called Rapid Red, and I remember using this a lot for Valentine's Day and for Christmas. It was a really nice bright red. Clear Jelly has one like this that works a lot better. And then this one, Brisk Blue. This used to be a really nice kind of medium blue that I would use for different designs as well. Clear Jelly, their new neon one is very similar to this, but as you can see, this one's really dried up too. So I did go through a few of these Clear Jelly stamper heads. They just kind of eventually get full of gunk. They get kind of cloudy if you use them a lot, and also before I started using the Clear Jelly stamper sticky pads, they would get cloudy like really quick when I would just use them on a lint roller. So this, I believe, I just held on to because I was using this before I used the Clear Jelly stamper sticky pads, and it just kind of got all gunky. And then speaking of Clear Jelly, the Clear Jelly stamper sticky pads, amazing. I just love these. I love that they came out with this. I love that it's a nice square container here. It's really easy to rest on your desk and use as you're working. Like I said, ever since I switched over to these, my stamping heads stopped getting cloudy when I was using them, so that is really great too. Just a really great option and something to add to your stamping kit for sure. I did save a package of the Light Elegance cleansing wipes, mainly just to reiterate how much I love these. These are just fantastic for gel specifically because they are truly 100% lint free. A little goes a long way with these. I go through like far less wipes ever since switching over to the Light Elegance cleansing wipes, just because of how much better they work for kind of removing gel on your brushes. And especially if you're not going to use them in combination with alcohol, this wipe will probably do you for like your entire service. But I personally go through quite a few of these for filming swatch videos, just because my brushes get so gunked up with product and stuff as I'm swatching. For stamping though, I do like these wipes, and you can just get these from Costco. They're just makeup wipes. This is what the packaging looks like if you're looking for them. But these are great for stamping because they hold a lot of moisture, which is something that I really like for stamping. These are not lint free though, so do not use these with your gel. I use them just specifically for stamping or for using with my LCN Super Shine Finish Cleaner, because I like that these hold more moisture, whereas the Light Elegance cleansing wipes don't hold a lot of moisture, and I find that I need moisture for both stamping and for the Super Shine Finish Cleaner. And also the Light Elegance cleansing wipes are pricey, so I don't like to use those for stamping. I would much rather use something that's like this because you're going to go through them quite a bit when you are stamping. Okay, I have some Light Elegance glitter gels here, or not just glitter gels, gels to talk about. And some of these I'm just replacing because they are like really gunked up. Keep in mind, I've had a lot of these for like many years. Like I'm talking about probably going on 9 years for some of these, and I just needed to replace them. Pink Peppermint, one of my hands down favorite pinks from Light Elegance. I'll insert some pictures of these products here so you guys can see what the actual color looks like, but it is a really nice kind of neutral pink. It is great. I don't know if it's discontinued. It's one of my top favorite pinks from Light Elegance. A really nice background for doing like floral nails or nail art on top of it. A great neutral pink if somebody wants nude nails but they want it to be more pink. It is just a fantastic color gel. I'm gonna stick with the color gels. I went through one of my white swimsuits. The reason that I love this is because it has a slight pearl finish to it, so it is great for winter nails specifically, but it's also not a super bright white, so I love using it in combination with nail art and having it as the background for nail art. Lover's Lane is one of my hands down favorite black sparkles. It's technically a color gel, but it does have like a slight silver sparkle to it. And it is great for Halloween. It's great if your clients want black nails, black sparkle. I've talked about this many times in videos when companies launch black glitters. They're chunky. They're not like a sparkly black, which is something that's kind of hard for them to do. But this one is a great option for anybody who wants black sparkle nails. Moving on to the glitter gels. So a lot of these glitter gels, I'm just replacing. So for example, this one here, this Glacier blue, this packaging is really kind of gunked up. I've been using this for so long, and you can see that it's like really well loved here, and it's actually, some of it has started to cure at the bottom here. There's like big chunks when I'm using it, and it's just really stiff and really difficult to kind of work with, which is why I'm replacing it. I did replace this one in my collection with a new Glacier blue. Again, some of these I'm not too sure if you can get anymore, but it is just my favorite blue for winter nails. I also have in here Jack Frost for the exact same reason. It is really, really chunky. You can see it kind of chunked up on the side there. This is a holographic blue as well, and it is a great option for blue. Actually, I don't think those were in the same collection. But Silver Bells, and exact same thing. It's just stiff and really hard to kind of work with, but it is a great holographic silver. Again, just a fantastic color for winter and Christmas nails. And then Cheers is a really nice holographic gold, and I use this a lot for Christmas nails. I don't reach for this any other time throughout the year because it is that really yellow gold color, but for Christmas nails it is fantastic. So again, I just replaced all of those in my collection. And then the last one, another staple in my collection, this is Light Elegance's Sugar Coated. It is a really nice like pink glitter. I use this a lot in combination with pink glitter gels to do pink glitter fades. But keep in mind, these are really old. It looks like there's a lot of product in here, but a lot of this is like cured on, really thick and difficult to use. And these products are probably about 10 or 11 years old now. So that is why I needed to replace them and why they were in this video. And that was everything for my nail empties video, you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Comment below and let me know what you've been going through in your nail studio lately. What are some of your favorite products, some of the things maybe you're not so liking and just kind of needed to get rid of and get out of your nail studio? I would love to know. Make sure you're following me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!